Today's video is proudly brought to you by Bar Cabins, portable houses for living.
Welcome back to MilduraWeekly.com.au, and it's all about motorsport here today. And the Sultan of Slide is here with us today, Brendon Gledhill, our Speedway expert. Brendon, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, it's fine, Mitch. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
No, it is our pleasure to have you on board, and the Speedway season does start next weekend at Mildura's Olympic Park Speedway, and it all gets going with the Gates Sidecar Cup, which has become a big event in the last few years.
Yeah, it certainly has. It acknowledges a great family in sidecar racing at Mildura, but it's also a wonderful meeting to kick the season off because it also links to the final meeting of the year, which is the Australian Sidecar Championship. So we go from one end of the year to the other with a big sidecar feature, so that's wonderful.
And there are state and Australian titles everywhere throughout the calendar, but coming up next month, starting off, is a couple of international kind of events. Can you give the viewers at home a bit of an idea on what's happening and who might be coming out?
Yeah, well, the Jason Lyons Solo Trophy is one of the very prestige solo meetings of the club. And we're going to have a couple of English boys, a Swedish boy and a Polish boy as well, riding along with our international stars, our three guys that have been riding professionally in England for this last season or two. And so that'll be a really top quality meeting, and we're really looking forward to seeing these young internationals all showing what they can do at Olympic Park.
Obviously, you mentioned before about some of the young guys who have come from here and going overseas. You don't often see it perhaps go back the other way with the European riders coming to Australia at a younger age, so I guess it'd be great exposure for them too.
Yeah, it certainly is a wonderful experience because they're on the end of their season right now, and so they can prolong their season up until nearly Christmas time and have an opportunity of coming to Australia. And the other thing that's interesting, Mitch, is that they get the opportunity to practice as well as race, because most of those boys that go and ride overseas don't get an opportunity to practice at all. So they can't try things out except if it's in a race meeting. So this is a real good opportunity, and they always leave better riders than they came here, and they're damn good when they come. So that's a lovely aspect of the work that we do.
We're also going to have some of Australia's best running around as always at the start of 2020 with a round of the Australian Solo Championships. We've also got Victorian Sidecar Championships in there as well. Going to be some fast and furious action, Brendon.
Yeah, certainly is, and the Aussie title now, the Aussie Solo title, has a lot more status than it's had before because it's a qualifying round to go to the Grand Prix Challenge, which is for the season following. So next year's Aussie title will be the Grand Prix Challenge pre-qualifier for 2021 riding in the Grand Prix. And of course we've seen the elevation of Max Frick, who's a Victorian rider who's already made his way through the Aussie title, through to the Grand Prix Challenge, and taking a place in the Grand Prix Challenge that qualifies him for Grand Prix Speedway of 2020. So that's the system at work.
There's so many opportunities for our riders there, and of course we're looking forward to seeing some of our local riders from the Mildura Motorcycle Club show their stuff as well. Yeah,
certainly, and you know, there's no doubt that our local riders do have a home track advantage. The Australian Solo title is held over 5 rounds, and you know, the round at Mildura should be very good for Justin Sedgman, Jamin Lidsey and Geordie Stewart. So we as a club are certainly hoping that's the case anyway.
Well, Brendon, thank you very much for joining me today. We look forward to reading your Sultans of Slide in the lead up to every meeting for the Speedway season. Thanks for joining us today.
That's the pleasure, Mitch. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on MilduraWeekly.com.au, and make sure you stay tuned for more videos.
Live the dream and contact Bar Cabins today on 03 50 24 28